fully fluid, 100% liquid is going to be uh, going to act as a basis of collateral and loans. So we are going to lead you know, lead this also by bringing the feature of borrowing with the assets such as Ethereum, Bitcoin. You can just put it and borrow some cash.
So what you're saying, Shavez, is now's the time to start accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Uh, well, fundamentally, if I would say, everyone who is making money, who is not making money, should buy Bitcoins, continue to buy Bitcoins always. Uh, I mean, this is something which I think we don't need to, uh, you know, put our brains into. Just simply buy it because it's still early that we are entering into this industry. It's not late. Bitcoin is still $100,000. It will be $1 million. So it is still early. We are early birds in this industry. So every day you learn, and every day it is growing, uh, in value. If you divide growth of Bitcoin to the number of days it has been mined, so far, every day is a progress, uh, and not in small X's. Every day is a progress in huge, huge number of X's. I mean, it's a simple math. You can do that. Just take all the altogether growth of Bitcoin and divide it with the number of days we are mining Bitcoin, and you will get to know. You will see the numbers, and it will be shocking. And do the same with BTCC. So you will see every hour you are growing, every day, every minute you are growing. And that's how wealth is created. Uh, and it is unlike traditional financial market because there the same thing happens, but you don't see it. You don't get to control it. Uh, there are stocks which potentially have no value, but the potential is shown too big, that huge money is raised, and then they start building the base, and then they just have to present reports every year that we were at the edge of bankruptcy, and yay, we you could just you could just save your money, and that's it. That's the whole mechanics. But with decentralized finance, everything is visible. And that's, I mean, yeah, coming back to Joe's thing that yes, everybody should buy Bitcoins every day, as much as you can. It's still very early. Uh, Trust me, when it will be a million, you would want yourself, you will, you won't be able to even go back to the memory in your mind that you saw it once at $100,000. And then you'll be like, why didn't I buy at 100K? Maybe, so not regardless of Bitcoin going 5% up, 10% down, don't think about anything. Just do this maths once and you will understand number of days that we are mining Bitcoin, total growth of Bitcoin so far in terms of percentage, just divide it and you will get everyday growth of Bitcoin, which will always be in positive. And it's going to be an eye opener for you if you do that. I won't do it. I'll let you guys, go and explore yourself.
Well, Chavez, I was real disappointed, and I thought it was just too high when it was selling for 30,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
right? Now you're beating yourself up because it was at 59,000. Now it's 100,000.
Yes.
Like when
So
Chavez speaks,
still,
I,
yeah, still, even if you buy $500 worth of Bitcoin today, let's say after 8 years, it will be $1 million. Uh, Whatever you have in Bitcoin has grown 10 times, you know. So and it is not just 10 times that it has grown in value. The scarcity, uh, at that point, uh, individual holdings of Bitcoin, uh, I think count of number of people holding a whole coin would be very, very low. I mean, not maybe. I mean, it's 21 million supply. If everyone holds one coin, it's just 21 million people can hold a coin individually. So, I mean, and how many people are there on this planet? So it is still, and it has been into adoption now. Governments are into, ETFs are into it. Everything, banking is going to adopt it. Uh, it is everywhere, almost everywhere, and just 21 million. And we fail to observe this and address this as we continue to, you know, strive for making some money in pump and dump shits. People who buy Bitcoins, who understand Bitcoin, they don't move an inch because they know, even if I'm able to, collect one coin, I am one in a 21 million who is holding a single coin.
this is true.
That's something incredible, right? When you think about it, billions of people, 21 million,
Yes.
huge scarcity, huge.
Well, now when you put it in that perspective, that is a totally new realm, okay? That you would be one of 21 million. And I think that we've got that much just in Texas, 21 million people. And they're right? And then there's co- countries that have more. So
Yeah,
even that's available for the public is even less.
even less. Governments held it. US government aspired in total with ETF, with everything, to acquire 1 million Bitcoin by the end of this year. So imagine, now 1 million goes to the governments and securities. Now you just have 20 million left. Out of 20 million, if we just go and check, because the earliest miners were Chinese people, so if we check the holdings with Chinese government and Chinese miners who were the earliest miners, uh, we will be able to locate more than 50% of the supply in China at this point. So, 1 million US government, 10 million in China, rest 10 million is just going to be available. I would say available from existing holders. It would be sold out of greed, because when they will see Bitcoin at $500,000, they will think my appetite was till $500,000. Now I'm going to sell it, and someone will buy it at $500,000, and it would go 1 million.
That happens all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, that
I
has been a thing.
I tell you a story. I'm a driving instructor,
Hmm.
and I was sitting in the test center in my local area talking to one of the other instructors in our company. And this was about maybe 5, 6, 7 years back. And he was telling me that he was doing some spring cleaning through his drawers, throwing out some old junk, and he found a certificate, and he'd bought $50 worth of Bitcoin, like, I don't know, however many years prior. And on that day, it was worth $9,000. And of course, what do you think he did? He cashed it in, he sold it. I'm quite sure now he'd be very upset.
Definitely. That's the thing. I mean, the simple concept, I mean, if you guys remember, I used to train when in the beginning days of BTCC, I took even data from market of people, how they bought and sold Bitcoins. The people who started mining at uh, 10 before the numbers, 20 before the numbers, they sold when it shifted 1 digit from the decimal. And then these guys were, oh fuck, it's $1 right now, time to buy again. Because the profits that they made were uh, 10 times smaller than the Bitcoin price of Bitcoin value of one coin at that time. So they were like, oh, I sold my 10 in zero point 0.1 and now I see one coin at $1. And that's where, the big regret and all that crap comes to mind, and you go and buy 10 Bitcoins at $1. And when it hits $10, you are like, oh, I made huge money. This is what I am, happy at, satisfied at. Come on, it won't go more than $10. Let me sell it. Come on, everybody's calling it a bubble. It's a scam. It's this, it's that. Okay, sold at $10. And Bitcoin goes $100 now. So the Bitcoins that were sold at $10 were 10 at 100, and one coin becomes 100. The guy thinks, oh, what did I do? And the same people have been selling and buying out of greed and even putting 10 times more money because they once made money with Bitcoin. That's how it is growing, and that's how it will continue to grow. Even when the mining stops, when the whole supply will be mined, completely mined, I don't know if I'll be alive, but we will be able to. I mean, you guys, obviously not. Uh, okay, me, maybe. Okay, maybe I'll be at the at the verge of my grave. So maybe, but at that time, when the whole supply is mined, and the miners are now getting rewards out of the validators nodes which are running. And then it will be, I think, I don't know, I cannot even imagine the value of one coin at that time. I don't know. It might be uh, insecurities. I don't know. How Bitcoin would be secured at that time. Maybe, there will be alien attacks on Bitcoin. I mean, all the sci-fi stuff that you can ever think of, imagine of, can be associated with Bitcoin.
The last halving is
Mhm.
2140.
Sorry?
The last halving, the final release
Hmm.
of Bitcoin is in 2136. There'll be a halving, and the final
Yes.
halving will be 2140.
2140, yes.
I don't know how old you'll be then. I won't be around, I'm sure of that.
No, I also want. I'm sure. I'm not gonna make it. But yes, our kids will make it. And you know, what you can do, uh, what best you can leave for your upcoming generation would be Bitcoins in some wallet. And once they grow up, they find, a bunch of Bitcoin sitting in their wallet. And they're like, okay, we hit the jackpot. So unlike generational wealth that they inherit once you die, that still applies under taxation, and the kids also die paying taxes. So that is, you know, something not similar will happen with Bitcoin when, you know, when kids are left with Bitcoin, they will be more secure and more, you can say, independent and unaffected by the taxation, by the policies. I mean, you hold your keys, it's your keys, your crypto, your money.
And Chavez, I always remember this story you have always told about people selling when they, $10, buying it $100. And I tell that to people now when they are running to sell BTCC, and then they're buying it back, and it makes me laugh because they sold it at $100. Now they're buying it at $140, $150. So I always tell that story. This is what Chavez always told us in early days. And that's what we're seeing. History is being repeated with BTCC.
Absolutely.
Exactly. I mean, Bitcoin, the moment Trump entered, uh, he took charge, first, uh, move, or first, uh, what do you say, uh,
Act.
effect, yeah, act of the office was to sell the confiscated Bitcoins from Silk Route. And that was expected to be happening around, somewhere near. So that can happen recently. So imagine the number of Bitcoins that were confiscated from Silk Route. So earlier, Bitcoin, people use Bitcoin to buy drugs online on Silk Route. You are selling LqudPay, you are selling DoDo, you are selling BTCC miners. Uh, so it has a value. You are selling real products. You're not selling drugs. That I think that may be uh, you know a better uh, way or representation of explaining BTCC. Uh, and until this guy came and bought a pizza, well, now you can buy a financial instrument that is labeled by Visa with BTCC, which is the accomplishment that I feel with BTCC is going to add on and on. And one day you will realize uh, maybe you are not uh, able to, uh, you know, you're not able to do something very simple with BTCC, but it is giving you a